so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Parham up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game.
Touchdown, L.A.! Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields now to throw. Incomplete.
Well, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught by Stewart. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw, Fields.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So this game, Charles, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down, Bob.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Caught on a slant. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Rams continue to pull away here this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right?
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have
The defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now it's Fields.
forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He'll buy some time right. That pass caught. It's Williams. A big play there for L.A. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now here's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it off.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. We'll start with a rematch from Super Bowl 43. Pittsburgh heading to State Farm Field to take on Arizona. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers.
Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for L.A. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll let this go end zone for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Fields going to keep it once more.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tariq Woolen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Rams get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted?
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 21 yards away.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly. Their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. the middle they go. Parham, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Parham, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 42 yards.
And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. The coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Fields on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 1st down throw. Fields
being chased out left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now the Rams will signal out their 2nd as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Johnny Hekker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And the reception made by Green. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That is caught by Stewart. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed? They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro. Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro. Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Like Sonic. on. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear it down, tear it down. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker.